now. Alrighty. Heck yeah. Session 34. But before we get too far into that, why don't we learn a little bit about who we got at the table? Let's get some fun facts, maybe.
Hey, my name is Brent. I'm playing Saren Starseeker. He's an Astral Elf Divine Soul Sorcerer who's still slowly figuring out his powers and using some new tricks, trying to help the innocent people of El Terrell and beyond. This week's fun fact: Saren does not know how to cook, but he would often snack on dried fruit and nuts aboard the Cascade.
Oh man, that must have sucked when, you were alone on the cascade.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Who's next?
I'm Caitlin, and I'm playing Melior's Vryn. Mel is a beautifully dangerous drow gloomstalker ranger with snow white hair and steel gray skin. This week's fun fact somewhat coordinates with Saren's, like by some strange miracle. Um, so, as demonstrated many times over, Melioris is fastidious and takes good care of her belongings. In a domestic setting, she's the type of person that would much rather be in charge of cleaning rather than running errands or doing the cooking. She finds it rewarding to see the difference her efforts make, and the act of cleaning makes her happy. So I don't know who's cooking in a situation where
Takeout
Mel and
every
Saren are
night.
both in. I guess that's what it is. Whatever the Faerun equivalent of Uber Eats is.
Hi, I'm Kelsey. I'm playing Ash. She's a tiefling fighter um, with a tail with a mind of its own. Um, Still trying to figure that out. Uh, uh, while we're on the subject of food, fun fact, Ash can catch, gut, clean, and cook a fish. No problems, no questions asked. Throw a fish at her, she can handle it.
Let me take a note about that.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Radiant, and I play Baghdad, who is a Yuan-Ti pureblood paladin. Um, she's the youngest person in this group. Like she's got the younger sister energy. Says things that she probably shouldn't say, and touching things that she really shouldn't touch. Uh, normal stuff. She adores her friends, and wants to, do her best to not let them down.
Gotta choose smaller chips in the future. So, as we've got our introductions done, let's return to the Hells, where you all have stolen 3 Devil's Rides and taken out one of the figures that Smiler has asked you to. But it was a gruesome fight, one that maybe you almost didn't get out of. But you were able to get away, and were able to. Were you able to complete a long rest, or?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I know that we got you guys to an area for a long rest. I just didn't know if I let you guys press the button or not. So, as you awake and prepare for the day, we'll say that you've got 24 hours left in your Devil's Rides before you will need to re-up the fuel.
And we were near the Demon Zapper, correct?
What I have in my notes.
I do believe so, though you must make it back to Uldrak first.
That's right.
Well, it seems we have the means to get there.
For now.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure if we'll be able to get there and back. I do have a single soul coin, which doesn't really help us. But
I mean,
unless we run down maybe another larger vehicle.
yeah. It's too bad you can't divvy up the charges in a soul coin amongst multiple things.
That would be nice. Where are we roughly?
I believe roughly you are in that area.
And this here is the demon zapper.
Yeah, the glowing thing.
This guy.
Yep.
Okay.
Demon
where's
zapper.
Where's the shrunken dude in the helmet?
And that guy is Ultra.
Okay.
No, wait, nope. That's the
A
Ultra.
little bit south. Where the
Okay.
sword is.
Okay, yeah, I see it.
I got a little confused there. There's a lot of debris on this map.
Yeah.
It's a lot of shit. So do we want to make it back to Old Drock with all haste? And see how much time is left? We might be able to push the machines.
That sounds good.
Or push ourselves.
I'll-
The machines will run out regardless.
Can I call my setup?
Okay.
So
If
I
we
have
see
her
any-
with me.
If we see any signs of other vehicles that we might be able to commandeer and swap out, we can consider that option. Something larger. Then we
You don't want to
travel-
look all cool like, Mel does on these things.
I think there's a certain appeal to look to us all looking cool. But once the time runs out on our fuel, we're back to on foot again.
Yeah, that's true.
More,
Ash? Sorry, go ahead, Mel.
I was just going to say more vehicles requires more soul coins as well. So if we can find a
Mhm.
bigger vehicle that can house more of us, won't take as many soul coins.
And Ash,
Yeah.
the question I have is, while you're riding, like, do you think that your tail's gonna get in the way of you driving?
I think it will be fine. It was fine
Okay.
on the way over here.
Okay.
The tail has its own sense of self-preservation. It keeps
That makes
itself
sense.
safe.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to figure it out sooner or later, though.
Have you ever thought about, like, maybe tightening it down, like, just something to think about?
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Well, I'm ready whenever you guys are.
Away we go.
All right. I'm gonna ask, and this can be from anybody, a survival roll, please.
You say
Me, I
anybody or
guess.
everybody?
Anybody, sorry.
Okay.
I'm assuming that'll be me.
This is for travel.
Good. It was almost terrible, but it rolled over onto something amazing. That's a 25.
Okay. As you move through the hellish landscape, you're able to cover quite a bit of distance here. And it's only about it's only about 6 hours of a ride this time from where you'd camped to the grave of Ultra. Ultra.
Incredible.
Now,
Then
time time to does not always equate to time from when you're in Avernus.
As you love to remind us. We passed right by the demon zapper, essentially, right? Definitely would have been in visual range.
Yeah, I'd say you could pass by with visual at least.
Cool. Alright. Well, let's see if Uldrock's home. And Saren will hop off and go and knock on the helmet.
Where else would he be?
I don't know. Maybe
You
he
said
wandered
he's
off.
shrunken in the helmet.
He's like a little lemur guy.
He's a spined devil, I think.
I think that's the first time you use the word lemur when describing him.
I may be misremembering. There's a lot of new creatures out here.
As you knock on the helmet, you would see the figure peer up over the sort of hollow in the face, especially where the eyes would be, and Ash, you would see this winged and sort of spiny creature, and as it speaks, you hear different languages, but like it automatically translates into your mind, and you understand what the creature says. Have you returned with what I needed?
We have.
Where is it?
Saren will hold up the vial.
As soon as Saren holds it up, the creature snatches it. And Uldrak flies out and almost maniacally uncorks and splashes the blood on the ground.
I feel like this was a bad idea.
And as the vial's contents hit at his below his feet, you hear the hissing as it sort of sizzles on the Avernian ground, and we begin to hear some airing. Do I actually have a sound? Probably not. Yeah. You hear the tearing of skin and flesh as bones crack, and you watch as Uldrak's fiendish form slides off of him, and he begins to grow larger, and towers over you, as he takes this celestial form. And as he laughs now, gleefully, he yanks his sword from the ground, as like sort of a victory, raising it high above.
Yay! That is so cool. Congratulations. How do you feel?
I feel like myself again.
I'm so
Powerful.
glad. Yeah, that's good. Can we have your blood?
Without hesitation, he takes his own blade and slashes it over his chest, releasing gallons of the stuff.
Where's the bottle? Saren!
I got 2 bottles.
I just snatch one and I go underneath, try to catch it.
Yeah.
As it just pours all over me.
Yeah. So,
Thank you for your blood, Uldrak. We had another item that you might be interested in, though. Well, not an item necessarily, but a proposition.
Speak.
We know that your foe was Tiamat, and we now also stand opposed to Tiamat's field general here in Avernus. You may have heard of Arkan the Cruel.
I have. He was the one with the
Well.
blood.
Right. Of course. You knew exactly who that was. Well, he has the backing of Tiamat and stands in our way for another objective. So we will likely have a confrontation with him at some point in the future. We were wondering if that might be a battle you'd be willing to join us in. To strike a blow against Tiamat here in Avernus.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Please do well. Please do well.
A 10.
If anyone has heroic inspiration, you can award it to other people.
I don't. I'm not a human. And I'm not smart enough to earn one.
Okay. And that's
Can I help to give him? Can we help to give him an advantage, or is it too late?
if you're helping, you gotta say something.
Okay, come on, Mel.
He's really smug about the whole thing. He's got a dragon sitting on top of his tower. He's sitting in there thinking he's king shit. You really need to knock him down a peg. Love the help.
Yeah, I mean, he's like Tiamat's right hand, right? He's general down here, and he's got like this whole tower full of dead people, and he's got his like entourage. But if you I think if you help us kill him, it's going to deal a devastating blow.
All right. If Saren wants to roll with an advantage.
Please roll well.
15.
Okay. We will not be able to stay here or we'll fight. However, I may be able to assist in another way. And as you are told of this, give me just one moment.
Meanwhile, I tightened the lid on the jar, and I kind of go in and handed it off to Sarah. And goes, "Here's a jar of blood." And
Thanks,
then
I'll add it.
I smell myself and all the blood on me, going, kind of gotta, bruh.
Now we're gonna have to find a bath.
Sorry, I wasn't thinking, but I didn't want it to, get on the ground. Then I first just, pick up the puddle because that'd be contaminated, You want a hug? What are you wearing? What is Ash wearing?
We're gonna talk about this now?
Well, Wildface looking at out.
She's dark leather. Um,
Is there any cloth visible or accessible?
she has like a cape, like a cloak.
I may slide a hand, try to like walk over there and just wipe my face on your cloak.
No, no, thank you.
Come on, sis.
No, thank you.
You want to stare at this face? Looking like this?
You decided to walk under the waterfall of blood. That
Yeah,
is
for
not my
all of
problem.
us.
No, it's not. It's not my problem that it's all over you now.
Staring. Do you want a hug?
Back. No, thank you.
Hi, Mel. You look very nice today. I don't ask, Mel.
Since you are worried your survival against this fiend, present this. And as he will pluck a hair from his head, he twirls it until it forms a ring, and it's small to him, but for any of you, this would be a circlet. It would fit upon your head. And he presents it to you, Saren.
Well, thank you for the kind gesture. We'll use this to strike a blow against Tiamat here. And maybe that will help you achieve your goals as well.
And with that, he will disappear.
I immediately go inside the helmet. Is there anything interesting inside, like a used cloth, clothes, like anything?
No, rocks.
Did he take the helmet?
No, he took his sword.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay, maybe this wasn't a good idea. Okay, that sounds cool. You got a gift!
Well, we did.
All right.
Okay, so now, what now? What should we do now?
Well, now we return to the Demon Zapper.
Zala.
That's so cool. Mel, which way do we go? Can we see the demon zapper, like, lightning thingamajigs, like, from here?
In the distance.
Okay, I think we could just go that direction.
Yes, let's make haste back the way we came, towards the Demon Zapper.
All right. The circlet has been added to your character sheet.
I'm not gonna read it until I spend some time with it, but I saw the color of the text.
Okay.
You know, I have access to remove curse. I just don't have it prepared today.
What? What?
I'm just letting Brent know that, you know, just in case. That's a thing. Okay,
Alright.
heading that way.
All
It'd
right.
be a pretty dick move if he gave us a cursed item.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be the first time I've done it.
I feel like he
Yeah,
was
exactly.
happy with everything that went on. All right, back north.
To the demon zapper.
Oh yeah, you'll get to see a
Uh,
trapped unicorn.
Unicorn.
Yes, I've heard about the unicorn.
Man, a unicorn in Avernus. Gotta suck.
We gotta set it free, right?
We could.
I don't think we have the means to any longer.
I thought if we freed, what's her name? She would free the unicorn. You don't think she's gonna
No.
free the unicorn? The
She's
unicorn's gonna
not
get
gonna-
killed.
She's not gonna get in our way if we free it, but we had a giant machine that we could have used
With a
to,
wrecking
like,
ball.
destroy the tower that it's like on top of. So we don't have that anymore.
Yeah, Rosala's just bound to
Poor-
protect the demon zapper.
Structure.
Yep.
The structure. Yeah.
Poor unicorn.
So, survival roll to make it to, the demon zapper.
On it.
You want me to guide you?
Maybe, but I already rolled.
Ah.
That's an 11. Mel looks upset about something.
As you're traveling,
I have a question. Like, how big is the helmet and how many openings are there in the helmet?
one. It's a helmet you slide on and it's got, like, the T-shape.
That's perfect. And could two people, like grown-up size, fit in there?
This was on a huge entity, so yes.
I mean, we can always, like, walk away 100 feet and give you guys some privacy, is all I'm saying.
That's
May
not
not
what
have a
she's
door,
upset
but-
about.
Oh, okay, never mind.
That's not what she's upset about. It's Belle's idea.
Sorry, I just remembered a song from, like, early internet. That's very applicable to just everything that just happened. So, I need, as you travel, everybody to make me a dexterity saving throw using their mount's dexterity.
How does proficiency work? Like, if Mel normally has proficiency in dex saves, does she have proficiency with the vehicle?
If you have proficiency in vehicles, I would give you proficiency on this dex save.
Wait, that's just a dex check for me then.
7.
12.
13.
11.
Okay. "13 will be enough to avoid the worst of this.
Awesome just opened up, didn't it?
As you are traveling, the ground breaks open suddenly. A gush of fire rising up. On a failed save, that is going to be 32 points of fire damage, half as much on a successful.
But also our vehicles.
On everything. So if your mount can take damage, it takes damage. You will also take damage.
32?
Vehicles.
32 on a failed save. fire.
Vehicles are
Yeah,
immune. Fire.
It's
Oh,
not.
good. That's
However,
great.
for those of you that failed your save, I need your mounts to make a Constitution check.
My mount is dead.
Then you're
You
fine.
killed my mount.
Okay.
18.
I'm resistant to fire, so
5.
that's pretty.
Ash, your vehicle is okay.
Okay.
Saren, I need you to roll me a d20.
Nine. Best roll of the night.
Okay.
On the die.
You have a rupture in your vehicle's furnace. And until the mishap is repaired, your demon ride speed is reduced by 30.
Well, where's Haven when you need him?
Yeah, that sucked. And I go ahead and use a second level spell slot to call Zeta back. Sorry, honey.
Does anyone need healing after that?
I'm good.
Just in case.
I was
I will heal
resistant, so I'm good.
I think I was able to escape the worst of it, so I'm fine.
Just me, I suppose.
Well, it doesn't
I
hurt
don't
me
think
as
this thing-
much.
That's a good point. I don't think this thing's going to be able to travel at top speed.
So we slow down a little bit. We'll take a look at it when we get to where we're going.
Sounds good. We'll continue on to the Demon Zapper.
So, due to the mishap and Avernian changes, getting back to the Demon Zapper is about 5 hours. Meaning, you've had about a 14-hour day. Yeah.
So is it evening time when we get there?
Well,
Not that we know.
Avernus doesn't really have an evening. It could be morning and you've been up throughout the night, you know.
True.
Then we have to meet with Rosala.
Yeah, so what do we see when we get there? Is it the same thing? The poor unicorn in a prison and all these demons or devils or whatever it is going over. Trying to
Well, it's a
kill it.
demon zapper, so.
Oh, because one thing is that, hey, if we still have one more bottle, we can get the demon acre.
But yeah, no, there's this. It's the monument. It's shaped like the mandibles of a beetle, with radiant light cascading from within the center sphere. And yeah, every so often you'd see some demons walk into the area, and the energy from the monument shoot out, and all that's left is a black smear where the demon once was.
Oh, I like this thing.
Do you want me to go and fill that bottle up?
Do we have... Oh, do we have an extra bottle?
I have
Yeah,
the
you
we
had
had
two
bottles.
bottles, right?
I filled mine up with Uldrak's blood too.
I have the empty potion of speed bottle.
You want me to go fill it up?
Here you go.
I walk over and I fill it up.
So you walk into that area with your demon acre armor.
Immediately stop.
You want me to go
And
fill
I
it up?
back at the... Thank you.
Okay. I'll go handle it.
All right. All right. Give me a sleight of hand check, please.
Bad. Yeah, it's a 4.
Okay. Cool. You are able to fill the bottle. However, you are unable to do so without touching Demon Acre.
Uh-huh.
Which means
Uh-huh.
that I need a save of some sort. I just need to find the ruling. Alright, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Is that against the poison condition?
Nope.
26.
26. Yeah, you're fine. Nothing happens.
Great. I'll come back over. Okay, who is holding on to the bodily fluids?
Well, I've already got these two.
Do you want
Me.
to add to your collection, or should I hold on to it? Or Magda?
You can hold on to it, Ash.
I'll hold on to it.
I'm about to get rid of these 2 bottles probably anyway.
Okay.
You gonna give him both bottles?
I don't know how much we need.
Offer her one and see if that works. Otherwise, it's your bottle.
What do you need a Titan's blood for?
Mm. That's his business.
Besides, if she needs more, she can just lick me because I'm covered in it.
I'll remember that, Magda. How kind. Well, Saren will approach the demon zapper. I assume Rosala is probably under the ground somewhere again.
Yeah. Do you call out to Rosala?
I'll approach and see if anyone comes out to attack or greet.
As you move closer, you would see the ground move and rising out of the sort of churning earth. Rosala appears, and as before, she casts a spell upon herself. And did you travel to Red Ruth?
We've obtained what you need. Saren will produce one of the bottles.
What is that?
The blood of a Titan.
And this will free me from Zarya.
That is what Red Ruth told us.
What should I do with it?
Drink it? Put your finger in it?
History check? Okay. Amazing. 8.
You definitely drink it, probably.
Yeah, Saren remembers that it's a drink.
It's like, way to trip at the finish line, guys.
Bottoms up, then.
Alright, so,
Does Rosala have hands?
yes.
Well, Saren will place the bottle in Rosala's hands.
Glad she has hands. I left my straw at home.
As she takes the bottle, opening it, she, like, throws it back. She gulps down the blood. And there's no, like, visual change. You can only hope that Red Ruth was correct.
How do you feel?
Like I just swallowed blood.
You were
Can you try to...
you were bound to defend this structure, right?
That was part of my contract, yes.
So if someone attacked the structure and you didn't feel bound to attack them and defend it, you would think yourself free.
Can I hit the tower?
Yeah, if you want to strike at the tower, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll hit it with my pitchfork. It's a natural 20.
Holy shit.
Yeah, you definitely hit the tower.
I hit it so good.
And
Poked it.
Okay, now how do you feel?
I do not feel compelled.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Yay! Congratulations!
I left a little dent in it. Sorry.
Now, can you tell us how to get to the it's a good place for our thingies?
I believe you owe us a letter of introduction, right?
As you are asking this question of if she can lead you and all that stuff, she's already, like, started etching on a, basalt, tablet, like, carving into it.
Saren just kind of looks around at Rose. Well, is that what you're doing already?
This is a letter of introduction. Yes.
That is so great. How big is the tablet? Okay, it can fit in somebody's bag. Okay, that's fine.
So, when Rosala will hand you the letter of introduction, she points you in the direction. You are searching for a volcano. That is the seat of Bell's Forge.
Could you maybe show us on this map where it might be located?
I see 3.
I see 4.
4.
Mm-hmm. Nope, 5.
The next to each other?
1? Okay.
There's
Wait,
2 that are
I
next to each
see
other, right?
1. What's the ping? 1 doesn't like me.
I'm about to ping, don't worry.
I got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Just had to confirm.
The big one.
Oh crap, we gotta go cross the river again?
It's almost like the river is an important thing.
Almost.
What are you gonna do now?
Leave this place first.
What should we do with the unicorn?
That is your business, not mine.
Yeah, you wouldn't happen to have any soul coins, would you?
I had no need of them. My service bound me here.
Okay, yeah. Thought I'd ask.
Oh, good luck going to wherever it is that you're going. I hope you find happiness there, wherever it is. Sarah, Mel, Ash, what are we gonna do with the unicorn? Are we leaving the unicorn, or are we freeing the unicorn? What
I
are we doing?
don't know yet.
I'm not
Is
sure we
there
have the means for it.
is there like an inside of this tower, or?
The inside is the sphere that the unicorn's in.
Okay, but is there like space around the unicorn in the sphere? Because this feels like a pretty safe place to take a rest.
No, the sphere is like only 10 feet in like across. Like, it's not very big. It's like large enough to hold the unicorn.
Right.
And then it's just like held in with magic between the pincers about 50 feet up.
Sure.
You could probably dig underground. Rizala seemed to make the earth soft.
I don't want to sleep in the dirt.
Well, if we can get another one of those wrecking ball machines, we can always come back. The unicorn is safe. It's protecting itself.
Yeah.
In a way.
Okay. Okay.
Slowly being corrupted, that's all.
We don't have to talk about that part. We can.
Well, think about it this way. Once the unicorn is corrupt, it will be in less danger here in the house.
True.
So helpful.
How does Lulu feel about that?
Lulu didn't hear Faye say that.
How high up is the bubble?
Like 50 feet, I think? Let me double check.
Can I shoot a sorcerer's burst at it?
Probably.
May I? I shoot a sorcerer's burst at it. It's gonna be of a cold variety.
Are you shooting it at the actual bubble?
Is the bubble being supported by anything?
No, it's magic.
Or is it just floating?
It's just kind of... Imagine the Eye of Sauron.
I'll shoot it at whatever closest tower structure is around it.
Okay.
I rolled a natural 20.
Okay.
Nice.
That hits.
No exploding dice. That's 15 cold damage.
As you strike, unfortunately there's no frost, as this is hell and it's hot. It doesn't really seem to make too much of a dent in the metal structure.
Can I go near it? And no, I can't go near it. God damn it! How
I
far?
mean, technically, you
Okay,
shouldn't
no,
even be where you are right now without any
Okay.
sort of things.
It's 120 feet. Can I be in a safe area within 120 feet of the spear?
As long as you don't get within 100 feet of the sphere, you're safe.
I go and cast Dispel Magic. Please. I only have it at 3rd level.
Nothing happens.
The spear
Well-
tangible.
Doesn't look like it.
Is the structure that looks like the beetle mandibles, is it climbable?
Could be.
Have a climb speed. Can I attempt to climb the structure and see if I can figure out a way to get the unicorn down once I'm up there?
Give me an investigation roll.
It's a 7.
You don't know. There's weird magic at play holding the unicorn in the sphere, in this little bubble. Maybe breaking your original plan could work, but that's really like the basis of what you're getting here.
I try and talk to the unicorn while I'm up here.
Sure.
While Mel is up there doing her thing, could I be looking at Saren's Devil's Ride?
Yeah, for sure. Do. Alright, to make a repair, you need to have, right tools for the job. So either smith's tools or tinkerer's tools.
See what I got. I got a crowbar.
Well, if only there was a box.
If only. Sorry, dude. I don't know what's wrong with it.
Yeah. Even if we could
pretty
figure out
messed-
the cause, I'm not sure we could fix it.
It's pretty messed up in there.
Alright, Mel.
You understand me?
As the creature sort of looks at you, the ear turning to show that it's paying attention to you. You don't get any response.
I'll cast Speak with Animals and ask it again. Can you understand me?
Fortunately, a unicorn is not a beast.
Okay. Well,
Lulu,
And Lulu looks.
can you try to talk to the unicorn? See if it's alright. He or she is alright.
I can try. I'm not really.
Yeah, but don't. But be safe, okay?
Okay. So Lulu sort of flutters up next to Mel, and will attempt to connect to the unicorn through her Lulu's telepathy. But unfortunately, the magical barrier prevents that. And Lulu, sort of a little sad, will connect to Mel, and I don't think I can talk to it like this.
Okay, well, thank you for trying.
We kind of wave goodbye at the unicorn. We'll try to come back. It's not that you can hear us.
The thing is,
Sorry.
even if we got the unicorn out of the magical ball that it's in, it is just suspended there. It would just fall.
You're okay.
Okay.
I could heal
Kinda
it when it
sad.
got to the ground.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
But for now,
You
for
could
now,
help it get to the ground gentler, too.
Yeah, can't you do like that slow fall, feather fall, slow
You're
feather
fine.
fall? Try
You're
to
fine.
catch it because I can't get near it.
The
This
thing
is
that
not
I
a problem we can serve. Yeah.
makes things fall very quickly to the ground.
Yeah, we shouldn't do that. Okay, you know what? We tried. We should go.
Wasn't the thing? Why couldn't you use the thing you were supposed to use if we fell off the chains?
Yeah.
10, you would fall 10 feet per second, which is faster
That's
than
too
terminal
slow.
velocity. That's faster than if you were to fall off without the spell.
Okay, so I'm glad
No,
we didn't. I'm glad we didn't have to use it
Wait,
then when
yeah,
we were
I
going
mean,
down the
are you
chain.
talking Earthbind?
Yeah, me too.
I thought you had slow fall.
I'm talking Earthbind. I've never used slow fall.
Yeah, it was Earthbind. I knew this.
You were gonna use Earthbind to us when we were climbing down the chain?
Some players aren't very good at this game.
Some DMs have consequences in mind.
MG. Okay. Yeah, we should.
Well, hang
yeah.
on. It says safely descends
I just
until
work
it reaches
here.
the
I
ground.
don't.
It would have been fine. You're right. I could use this on the unicorn if we got it out.
Suspicious, but okay. We should go. Yeah, we should. What do you think? Just go as furthest as we can until the fuel runs out before we rest, or what do you think we should do?
Got 10
I
more
think we run the
hours.
fuel out.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
we risk it. Run the fuel.
Okay.
Well, we gotta
Yeah,
get across
okay.
the river anyway.
Well,
We can leap
These,
over it with the Devil's Rides.
That's what I'm saying.
hmm Or if we find a bigger vehicle, we can just drive that right through.
I guess.
Okay. Well, why don't we
Oh.
rest?
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're fine. I just thought you had.
I
Do you have
but
something? Go.
well, isn't I know we don't know the exact location on the map because there isn't one, but our characters would know. Are we close to Mad Maggie ish where we are? Wasn't it somewhere towards the bottom of the map? Because Chuka and Klonk may be able to repair Saren's Devil's Ride, and we did deposit a broken down vehicle there that was bigger than a Devil's Ride. Maybe they have since fixed it. We could trade in some of our smaller vehicles for the bigger one.
I do believe that they were planning to scrap that.
Were they planning to scrap the
I think-
Tormentor?
I think they were planning on scrapping the Tormentor, because you got it in a pretty bad shape.
Yeah, we kind of wrecked that thing.
But, yeah, I was hoping maybe
And
they needed
if
something to
it's-
do and they fixed it.
If it's close enough, is it worth it to stop by and see if they can fix Saren's vehicle?
So, Fort Knucklebone is off the map. It's over here near Vecna's eye on the border. The hand and eye of Vecna.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Was that what that is?
Yeah, there's so much stuff in this, like, artist rendition that it's like, oh, I notice it, and I'm like, oh, I know what that equates to. I know what that equates to. It's really cool.
Okay. So it's not. We're not really close to it, so never mind.
Okay.
Then make for the river or a crossing, if we can get there in time.
Should we rest first? It's been like a 14-hour day.
It'll burn our fuel. The fuel burns.
Yeah,
whether
because we
we're
can't turn
using
it
or
off.
not.
Yeah.
Turn it off.
All right, then. Let's
Vitals.
just go.
I love that shirt, by the way.
Thank you.
Everyone say thank you now. Everyone's got great
No,
shirts.
thank you.
So, as you're going to push for this, I'm going to ask for your travel survival roll first. And from there, we're going to see what rolls you need. Okay. Magda went for the survival roll here.
It's just one person. I'm sorry. I thought everybody was doing it.
Nope, it's one person, but Magda did also get a natural 20. So I will take
Sorry,
that
Mel.
into effect.
Okay.
You're making pretty great time. It's about 6 hours. You're pushing it. I'm gonna ask for everyone to make me a Constitution saving throw against exhaustion.
19.
14.
Meliodas, you're starting to feel a little tired here. You have 1 point of exhaustion. One character gets rid of it, another character gains it.
Yep, it's just I'm just always exhausted. It's fine. It's fine.
Once Mel gets rid of it, we'll go to Jinx. It's fine.
I don't think I'm the
Okay.
level. I think it's the next level where I can remove it on a short rest, but I don't think I'm at that level yet.
I do believe it is your next level. As you push through this, you start to see an area that you're heading over here, as it is the sort of shortest distance, easiest to jump. Let's get let me look at this real quick. Devil's
You just
Rye.
have to move a certain
Yeah.
length in a straight line, and then you can clear up to a 60-foot, I think.
Yes. As long as you move at least 30 feet in a straight line. Yep. Cool. So yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah. I'm gonna need.
What about Zeta?
Let me just check something here real quick.
Okay. You look very pretty today, babe.
Thank you. That will not affect how I answer this question. I should know better than to try it down here. Let me go here.
Magda, if you think Zeta can't make the jump, perhaps I can make Zeta twice as fast.
I can actually do that too. You're talking with haste, right?
Yes. and maybe I ride Zeta and get as far as I can, and then leap off of Zeta and teleport the rest of the way. Maybe Zeta makes it, but if Zeta doesn't, Zeta can always be resummoned.
True, but you have a broken broken motorcycle.
It's gotta.
Are you
I think
okay
it's
with
still
leaving
make the
behind?
jump. No, you would ride the motorcycle.
You could
I
just
would
go
ride
ahead and
Zeta.
resummon Zeta. So we can both do it.
But you can't teleport if Zeta can't make the last of the jump. Unless you can.
That'd be fine.
I don't know.
Okay, what's the answer with the hasted on Zeta? Double the speed.
Well, speed doesn't affect jump distance. It allows you to jump further if you have the strength to be able to jump that far.
She has +4 on strength.
I don't think +4 is going to make it. Let's find out through...
Well, we have a potion that makes you bigger. Will that help in some way?
Jump calculator, my favorite. Alright, what is Zeta's total strength score?
18.
Alright, so, with a running start, 10 feet of movement, she can clear 18 feet.
And what is the chasm?
I'll say this finished point that you're at is that 60 feet clearing. It's pushing it for our Devil's Rides.
And how far can you to the step, Sarah?
Not enough.
Yeah, I don't think this. Okay, so we need to come up with a different answer.
Well, hold on.
Question. Yeah.
This is a Saren thinking thing here.
Okay.
Saren can do it. If you chain those starlight steps,
Sure, yeah, that's right.
I mean, Saren could probably get away without even needing to sacrifice Zeta, but Zeta would be on the other side of the...
Then I can try with the motorcycle. Yeah?
Yeah, then we'll have to resummon Zeta on the other side.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and get on the Devil's Ride. Which
Cool.
button is to go? And which button is to stop? Okay.
You turn the one and you squeeze the lever to stop.
Oh,
Alright,
okay.
I'll go first then.
Yeah. Good luck.
Thanks. How high up
Can
are
I
we?
guide him?
I'd say that the bank of the river here, maybe 3 feet between where you stand and where the water is.
Guide yourself.
Why? There's spells. Okay. Well, I'll run and I'll jump up in the air and I'll foof twice over. I'll do the third one if I need to, I guess.
I'd say third one, yeah.
All right, we'll do the third one. Here, the first one I want to go up and then over and over.
Beautiful.
Not up 30 feet though. Up only like 8 feet.
Yeah, we do like a little Pythagorean theorem thing here. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, just shoot.
Yeah. Saren's across.
Okay, I can do this. I'm gonna go ahead and try it.
Cool. Describe to me what your jump looks like.
So, alright, first of all, I do a couple of circles and then practice the thingamajig and whatever. And I go back there 10 feet, 10 feet, right? And then I hit the pedal, and it kind of goes a little wobbly and then just takes off.
Alright, yeah. You're able to get across. It's only 60 feet.
Yes!
Mel will go.
You did it, Magda.
Thank you.
Alright, Mel, let's hear
Okay.
what that looks like.
Mel's done this jump before, so she'll backtrack a little bit, make sure she goes probably more than the 10 feet because she wants to get good speed going, and then she just leans down as flat as she can over top of the motorcycle until she just glides the other side.
She's so cool.
Watching Mel as carefully as I can.
Amazing, amazing. And with Mel across, Ash, let's hear your jump. What's it look like?
I'm just trying to do what she did. I trust her in this more than anyone else. So I'm just trying to do what she did.
Amazing, amazing.
I'm not trying to copy. I just want to get across.
Yeah.
We bonded in that trust exercise.
Yeah. So you guys all get across, except for Zeta, who just is there, and then, Lulu flies across.
He said, I get off the Devil's Ride, and I go, thank you, sir. Okay. Say that third time is a charm. And I spend another spell slot and bring her back.
Alright.
Okay. Let's keep going until we run out of fuel.
Or
Well,
if
we
we
got,
see...
like- Until we see a bigger one.
Hopefully,
Like-
potentially.
It was
We've got,
14 hours before,
Yeah, we've
and
got,
then
like,
it was
6
6
hours.
more. Do we have 4 more left then?
I think we have like 4 to 6 around there.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so...
So we're heading towards the volcano, but keeping an eye out for bigger cars.
We love big cars.
Clouds. Can I see if I see any dust clouds?
Perception roll.
I'll help out with that.
So a 19 from Mel and a 17 from Ash.
Right, I forgot about the -2.
I did it.
5. No, I'm not exhausted.
You're not exhausted.
My bad. Sorry, Mel.
Maybe we guys do need that long rest.
Hey, I offered. Everybody's like, no, we gotta go because these cars are gonna run out of juice.
So, unfortunately, you do not see any plumes of dust, though you do see smoke coming out of the forge, in the far distance.
Well, we can see it at least.
At least.
Sharon's out.
Alrighty, I'm gonna ask for one final survival roll to see how far you guys can get with your remaining 4 hours of juice.
Now, do we still want me to do it, knowing that we're going to subtract 2 off of whatever the result is?
Let's Ash do it. Let Ash do it.
Okay, yeah, sure, that's smart. That's a 5.
Okay. Beautiful. So as you're traveling these last 4 hours distance, you get into this area of black goo. which you can tell as you arrive is demon ichor, lakes of it.
As we're running out of gas.
As you're running out of gas.
I don't think we have much left. Now do we want to try and find a spot to rest?
Yeah, I think so.
Here?
Not too close to the demon ichor, though. I mean, I don't mind it because I'm covered in it, but I don't know if you guys.
They spawn ever more corruption.
This guy again.
Oh yeah.
Don't like the sound of that. Not a fan.
Yeah.
All right. As you start to look around this area for a place, this will be a group survival roll to find a suitable camping ground.
I almost got a natural 20, but instead
Oh,
I got
no.
a 7.
At least I didn't roll a 5 again.
Now we got a twinsies. 2 sevens. Saren, what was your total? It's not showing up on my end.
Oh, it's 4.
So as you guys are moving through, you are passing by these... They're tree-like, but they're made of the same ichor in these lakes. And you would notice that there's sacs that bud and are membranous on the limbs. But you probably don't want to be sleeping near those. So you find an area that's a little away, but close enough to see one of the sacs sort of break open, and plopping down onto the ground is this sort of... It's a small, tiny, fiendish creature with pink skin and these wings that go upward that seem to stick together as they flutter.
Is this the place where demons spawn? Like, is this the other place that we didn't choose to go?
Seems
Remember
it.
from like way back a long time ago. Oh, great, great! Love that we're here.
That's what you see.
Here.
Feel like even if we have to walk, like we should maybe.
Yeah, I know
Doesn't
you're
look
super
aggressive.
tired. I don't.
You can write Zeta.
You would notice as Saren, you wonder if this thing is aggressive. You would notice another one drop down, and immediately the two begin fighting.
I don't know. We
Yeah,
need to
I
find
think we should.
somewhere else.
Yeah, I get off Zeta and I let Mel write Zeta. So because I don't know if your speed is affected or not with exhaustion.
Oh yeah, no, it's affected by the shadow, and now it's also affected by the exhaustion. So I'm down 15 feet. So my speed is currently
Zeta.
25.
Yeah, Zeta.
Hi, Zeta.
Quit laughing. You stop that.
There's a lot of
Stop
drippy
that.
noises.
Yeah, that's the sacs opening up. I don't know what to tell you about the weird noises.
This is serious.
I'd like to
today.
So, I'll let you guys just straight walk until that seat is out of sight. And as,
Please.
and as we set up for camp, I'm gonna call for a break here because
Yeah, you need one.
I do. I need to reset. So we'll pick back up with you guys in watch and resting in a few minutes. Alrighty, so away from the spawn point, you guys are able to settle down for the evening. Presumed evening, again. There's no real cycles here in Avernus. So, I'm assuming that we are setting up watches.
Yes, please.
What order would we like?
Yep.
I'll take first.
I'll take second.
I suppose that's third.
I'm pretty tired, so I guess I will also take third.
Alrighty. So, Ash,
Mm-hmm.
first watch is yours. Let's see a perception roll.
Got it. It's a 13.
Beautiful. Oh, keep
I
that
think
in
so.
mind. As you're keeping watch, looking over the horizon, you're also able to see, of course, what is going on within your small camp here as well. The trance of Mel and perhaps Saren as well. Magda sprawled out, I believe. We've determined that she's a starfish sleeper. Lulu sort of curled up near Magda, snoring gently.
Oh, and I'm snoring loudly, so
Yeah. But it's a little peaceful, a little calm here, cut out in the chaos of Avernus. What's going on through your mind? What's your watch look like?
We're keeping an eye out for those weird demon things from the pod. But while we're doing that, kind of just trying to dig real deep and gain some kind of control over this tale.
Man, if only this was a different system.
Mm,
We don't really have a self-discipline role here.
sure.
So I'm just gonna say make this a just a straight charisma roll.
Cool. That's a -1. But I rolled a natural 20.
Yeah, I think you're making really good progress in sort of like understanding the sort of way that this tale operates, and like there's like some internal dialogue between you and your tale.
Nice. I tell it to go left, it goes left.
Yeah,
I tell it to go right, it goes right.
yeah.
But then it comes right around and hits me in the face.
Yeah, it does
we're
seem to
getting
still
there.
have its own sort of, like there's some things that just seem well beyond what you can control, but like you also seem to be able to do something now.
We'll get
More
there.
it's more than what you could before.
Exactly.
So, your watch goes by without issue.
Good.
Magda. Lovely. I'll keep that in mind.
So I go maybe like 10, 15 feet away from the sleeping people. And I kind of sit there and looking around, and I have an internal dialogue. I go, I can sometimes feel you watching me. Like, I, if you ever want to like introduce yourself, I'm I talk to things like all the time, so like it wouldn't be like the first time like to talk to people that I can't see, um, or thing. I don't know if you're a thing or a person. I just if you wanted to say hi, that's I'm open. I don't know why you're here watching me, or if it's just all in my head. Um, but hi, I'm Magda. I'm sure you probably know already, but just in case, you know, um, hello. Oh, okay. If you don't want to talk, that's fine too. Um, I hope at least, I mean, if you're watching over me, I hope I'm doing good. You know, I'm trying to do really well and like trying to learn from Saren and Mel and Ash. Like Saren's like, just in case you didn't know, she's like older brother I've always wanted. He's like the best person, always encourages me and stuff like that, which is like totally cool. Um, Mel, holy crap! Do you see her? I mean, she's like the I mean, amazing. I love watching her and try to learn from her, and she's and Ash, I'm just kind of getting to know her, and she's very really cool too. I really want to go ahead and I gotta resist the temptation to play with her tail. I gotta be honest, but that whole boundary issue that I'm trying to learn. So yeah. Anyway, um, but yeah, I mean, obviously I'm here if you want to talk anytime. All right.
Okay. Lovely watch. Silence. Besides what Magda presents out. And Magda, your watch goes by without issue. Third watch.
Darren, Mel, it's your turn.
I deduct 2 from this roll, or is that
You've
supposed to
completed
be
your
a
long
roll?
rest as an elf, so.
Okay. Ooh, it's a 28 perception.
7.
Saren, you're distracted. But yeah. So why don't we see what watch looks like?
Saren does want to spend time attuning to this item.
Is that what has you so distracted on your watch?
Yes. But after that's over, are you feeling more rested, Mel? ERS.
Yeah, I do feel much better than I did before. That was a long day. Um, and I really wish that conversation with Uldrak had gone different. I really thought he'd help.
Well, this thing, and Saren's now wearing like a bronze circlet that looks like swirling clouds. I think this thing will help us. Probably not as much as a titan at our backs. I'm not sure how best this thing will help us. It can help people get around a lot easier.
That would have come in handy earlier. Yes, yesterday? Whenever it was.
Yeah, I think it would allow someone to turn into a cloud and fly around. So yeah, it would have been pretty useful.
Yeah. It made getting over the sticks easier.
Back and forth for one person at least.
Yeah.
Once a day. I'm sorry the discussion with him didn't go better.
It's all right.
Maybe he thought it was beneath him.
Perhaps, I mean, he's probably used to battling Tiamat herself, not her lackey.
Just ants to him, I suppose. I heard people in Baldur's Gate saying stuff about ants. We didn't have ants in Wild Space. Not a lot of insects.
That must be nice.
Going from no insects to a lot of insects was jarring.
I can imagine.
And there were a lot of them in the outer city.
I don't find that hard to believe at all.
Do you think we'll still have a way into Arkan's tower?
Well, I'll tell you, a Titan would have sure helped, and maybe could have distracted the dragon maybe while we did other things. But
Would have been an awful big knock on the door.
yeah, it would have. It's a little bit of dent in my plans, what I had been thinking we might be able to do, but doesn't mean it's hopeless. It just means we have to go back to the drawing board, try and think of a different tactic. We'll get it done.
Maybe we will. Maybe we'll come across other potential allies in gaining some sort of dominance of this place.
Perhaps. Maybe we'll get some full gear at this forge.
That does sound useful. Fingers crossed it won't have a price tag that we can't pay.
It'll definitely have a price tag.
Everything around here seems to.
It is here.
I think Saren's gonna keep an eye out from where those chickens were hatching, as those plopping noises were very upsetting to him. How far away did we get from them, Faye?
I'd say a couple 100 feet. Like, you'd see them coming.
Saren's concerned about them.
I want to troll the answer to that question so bad. um. So, as we all complete a long rest, I need Ash to make me a roll here. It is a wisdom saving throw. You do have advantage.
Great, I need it. It's a 13.
You're golden.
Okay, great.
So you all can press your long rest buttons.
Hi, Colsetta.
Alrighty. And, you had a volcano to head towards.
I missed my devil's ride.
We'll say that, you ended your night out right there.
Then I guess we push around that mountainside and towards the volcano smoke that we can see.
Alright, who wants to make our travel check?
I don't have -2 anymore. It's a 22.
Beautiful. Yeah, you're able to navigate through the hellish terrain, fairly easily. And you begin to arrive at the base of this mountain.
Now, an ousted archduke in a volcano. Boo-hoo. Eager to reclaim his stolen throne.
Dominating the horizon is, of course, this volcano, gargantuan. You see the clouds of fire and ash that are spewing from its caldera above. The air itself trembles with angry grumblings. And from what you see, there is this vast and multi-layered fortress hewn into the volcano's rocky slopes. As you are sort of looking, you would notice that coming from the fortress are devils. The first to arrive are two figures with these leathery wings, larger than their bodies even, massive horns curling out of them, and you can see following behind on marches more of these figures as these two sort of crash down in front of your group. And who are you?
Saren will present the assault tablet. We have means of introduction here. And he will hold it up above his head.
As the devil comes forward and with a clawed hand takes the tablet from you, Siren. I actually have a picture of what these guys look like. Yeah, I knew that was coming.
Had it ready to go.
Yeah, heck yeah. There is a murmuring to himself, and then a call. Anyone who understands Infernal would hear the shout to the troops behind of halt and return to stations.
We're good.
Thank God we had that tablet.
But these two horned fiends will sort of give you an escort into the forge. And as you cross into the volcanic area, it is hot. Massive difference, even with the oppressive heat beyond in Avernus itself. It's just, you start sweating. But you would see that as you move down this wrought iron spiral staircase, you come into this cavernous area. 50-foot ceilings. It's glow by the channels of bubbling lava that wind through the complex. These huge anvils with giants, coal black skin, fiery orange hair, hammering out their weapons under this weight of chains and a malignant gaze of the pit fiend seated in his flying throne. And you see the sparks that fly around like rain. And as these pit fiends are not pit fiends, as these horned devils escort you, the one that has the tablet will fly up to this figure, who you can now assume is Bell, as he delivers the basalt tablet, this introduction for your group, as they then leave, leaving you here in this forge under the eyes of Bell and the strikes and clattering of his smiths.
Is he still reading the tablet?
Yep. At this moment.
I don't want to interrupt his reading.
So why are we being introduced to this guy?
He might know where Zariel's sword is.
Right.
And he was supposed to also give us tools to help us, yeah?
That was a possibility, not a guarantee.
Ariel kind of took his job. So we might be able to partner with him, and he might give us stuff. We agree to get rid of Zariel. I say, trying to not so he doesn't hear me, but also Lulu, because I imagine that's going to be pretty upsetting to Lulu. Stage
Thanks,
whispers.
guys.
Melioris, with your passive perception, a lot of the weaponry here varies in different sizes. It seems that these are the weapons that are sent out to the front lines of the Blood War. But with your keen gaze, you would see that there are currently a handful of weapons that would be suitable for figures of your size, that are along the weapons rack just over here. And while you see that most of the weapons seem to be long distance sort of spears, javelins, there is one that, with a sort of red gleam upon it, catches your eye, a whip. But the floating throne descends. And while he does not get off of his throne, Bell now turns his gaze to you.
Thank you for seeing us.
Yes. I'm sure that we can put your talents to use. Zariel is always looking for extraordinary figures. And as he's saying this out loud, in your minds you hear his voice as well. Not that I care what Zariel wants, but you all might be able to help me.
I try and think of these thoughts in my head. We seek to remove Zariel from her current position.
As outwardly, Bell continues to explain more of what Zariel asks for those that follow her in this internal dialogue. If you seek to displace the usurper, I have a plan.
What would your plan entail?
Zariel's spies stole from me 9 adamantine rods. Retrieve them. And should you return them to me, I can give you what you want.
Do you know where they may be located?
I do not, but I have someone who might.
Very well. May we speak with them, please?
Well, before you head out, what is it that you want exactly?
Her sword.
Yes. I do not have it in my grasp, but I know where you can find it. You'll want to speak to a Cybrix. It was recently captured. As you may know, Cybrix, they are hoarders of forbidden knowledge.
Very well.
And to make sure that you arrive with a Cybrix, I can spare one of the barges I use for shipment.
For traveling the river.
Aye, for traveling the river.
That would be most useful. And where can we board the barge?
When you leave, there will be someone to guide you.
That is most gracious. Then, I think that sounds agreeable. Kind of looking to everybody.
Where do we find bricks?
There will be someone to lead you.
All right. Then we'll
As soon as you
we'll,
say
we'll
all
find the
right,
location.
yeah.
Oh,
As soon as you say all right, Belle's attention shifts off of you, and raises the throne once more to overlook the forge. It seems that you have been dismissed.
well, one thing to ponder while we're retrieving these rods. Should we succeed in removing Zariel from her current position, I'm not sure what sort of power vacuum that might create. If that might be a place that you would be willing to step into again. But there's definitely another power here at play in Avernus, in the form of Tiamat. We're opposed to one of her champions here. I'm not sure if that would be a rival to you, should there be changes of who leads and rules this place.
Tiamat struggles, but she is, and he's saying this out loud, she is no match for Zariel's mind.
Well, should Zariel be no longer in play, Tiamat and her champion may try and step in. And we already oppose them.
Well, it is a good thing that Zariel will not fall. Such thinkings and plannings are treasonous.
Right, of course. Just things to consider. And Saren's gonna give a little bow and start backing away.
Okay. So, do you head back up the iron wrought stairs, or do you make a grab for anything?
I don't know that it's there.
Nor do I.
Guys, there's some really cool weapons, like right over there.
Over there.
Our size and everything.
I see
Pretty
something
cool
that I
whip.
want.
Yeah.
Do you
I'm
want me
gonna
to
go
ask
for
him?
it.
If you're gonna go for it, go for it.
I'm going for it.
Sleight of hand.
It's gonna be bad. It's a 9.
As you go to try and take it,
Mm-hmm.
a sword of flame and steel comes down from above and strikes right in front of you. I did not need to miss.
I know.
I suggest you do not take what does not belong to you.
Okay, but like I'm helping you out, so wouldn't you want to give me the best chance?
Roll a persuasion check.
Also bad. Uh, persuasion. But I rolled well. It's a 17.
You see a brief moment of perhaps distaste on Belle's face. You may take one weapon.
Thank you. I'm going for the whip.
Okay. And you have a new weapon amongst the group. I will put that into your sheet real quick.
Thank you.
Is that one weapon each? Since we're all doing you this favor.
Do not push my graciousness.
Understood.
But after that little scuffle, you guys are able to get out with no issue. The devils here are able to sort of stand aside, and when you make it back above ground, you would see a figure waiting for you. Um, small. There is an imp.
Do we recognize this imp?
You do not. But you would notice that the imp does have like little adornments on him.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Balkaros.
Are you the person who's supposed to be helping us out?
Yep, I am to get you to the bricks.
Bagorax, I'm sorry. I'm terrible with names. Magda. That's Ash. That's Mel. And that's Saren.
And who's the little
Oh,
Hefla?
that's Lulu. I'm so sorry, Lulu.
All right, well, let's get you to the barge. Boss man has told me that you guys have access to one.
Lead the way.
So, as you're able to follow Balcross, you come to the barge, and you see more of the sort of soldiers that came from Bell's Forge. Bearded devils. You've had experience with them. And they don't seem to pay you any mind as they see that you are accompanied. And you're able to step aboard.
I miss Bodhi.
Is Bodhi here?
No.
I miss Bodhi. This will do nicely, though.
Traveling in style now.
It's better than walking.
It's got all sorts
I
of
miss
like
that giant
demon skulls that are tied to the side to help the buoyancy.
And we look badass? Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure those demon skulls are purely engineering related, not architectural at all.
How did they get
This
demon skulls? They didn't turn to Iker?
they could have been
They must
killed
have
in
removed
the
them while they were
abyss.
alive.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that
True.
too.
Impressive.
Um,
Ugh.
but this barge, 30 feet long, 15 feet wide. It's pretty big, and does come with a full crew. 12 Marigons sit at each of the oars, and you have a captain in the form of a bone devil by the name of Krinjak.
Wow, this one has oars. It's going to be much faster than Bodhi just kind of fiddling around back there.
Hey, don't you talk bad about Bodhi.
I'm
He was a
not.
great guy. We were with Bodhi when we found the box.
Yeah.
We were with Bodhi when we got it open.
I'm sure he hasn't been attacked again.
Well, I hope not.
I'd like to make a hidden roll to the DM.
Oh, go for it. as Belacross looks to you. Grinjack takes you where you need to go. So let's get on our way out.
How long do you think it would take?
Where exactly are we going?
Oh, that's the wrong one. That's the right one. Alright, so you are heading. I think that's it. Hold on, let me double check. So many tabs. You are moving from this area down to there.
Isn't that where we just crossed the sticks?
A little bit, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we were right there.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
now you got a barge to take you there. To be fair, you've been all over this map. And you didn't know what you had to ask this guy. As you travel, it is going to be a few hours, maybe even a day, Krinjak says. It's much the same time that Bodhi gave of we'll get there when we get there. But not as cool as Bodhi, I guess.
Okay.
But yeah, so as you are traveling, you don't have to worry too much about the about having to make any sort of travel checks, as you know you've got a whole group doing this for you. Let's get travel on the sticks.
As we're traveling, Saren would like to address the whole group. This circlet from Uldrak, I think it's useful for anyone, but might be more useful for any of you.
Do you not want it?
It's not that I don't want it, but one of the abilities that it allows the wearer to do, I can already do. I can even do it better. So what it allows the wearer to do is you can fall from any height and you will not be harmed. You can also teleport about 15 feet, which I can already do, but further. And then the real big thing here is you can turn into a cloud and fly around.
Oh, it helps you not to get hurt so much.
Potentially, but it helps you move around very quickly.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. My biggest thing that I hear is that if you fall, you won't get hurt. And I'm looking around at us, and I think the kid might need it for that reason alone. She just gives fall energy. No offense, kid. Yes, you.
Me?
Yes.
Don't trip and fall.
I didn't say you did. I just say out of all of us,
Yeah.
I would worry about you falling off of a great height and getting hurt.
Well, okay, so I don't think we gotta go to a great high place. Although, um, maybe that whole like flying above and seeing things and everything would be really. I think that is pretty cool. But like, I'm not really good at picking up things. Maybe one of between Mel and Ash, between the two of you guys, maybe you guys are better at picking up things. You know what I mean?
I am also not good at picking up things.
Wait, not understanding where the picking up of things comes into play with the
Attunement slots.
Well, no. I
No?
mean, like if you can fly high, right? I mean, only reason why you would fly high is so you can look around and see what's out there. I'm not really great at perceiving things. Is what? Yeah. I'm not really great at perceiving things.
Oh, okay. I was like, you're a cloud. You can't pick anything up. I'm so confused.
That's true too.
Okay.
My answer remains
I'm
the
with you.
same with, now that my understanding of the situation is better. I'm not as good at that.
And how about you, Mel? Are you good at able to perceive things better? And do you have a free slot?
Wow, what a question that is. Yeah.
Laura Bailey. Laura Bailey.
The answer to both of those questions is yes. I am good at perceiving things, and I am currently only attuned to two things.
So do I mean, I feel like maybe you ought to take it
I
because
am.
just hear me out. Two of you guys, like you and Saren, up in the clouds, like running around, checking things out. It's like it's romantic.
Okay, I'm gonna go take a look at this whip. You continue this conversation.
Sure, Magda. If you don't want
Yeah.
this
Okay.
circlet, I'll take it for now.
Yeah. Sounds
You can
great.
always pass it around.
Yeah, as long as you've got an hour between when you need it.
I saw this play where there was this monk and like this Asimar. They were like flying around. It was like very very cool. Bo and Yasha. They was like amazing.
Yeah,
You got a whip?
Yeah, I got a whip.
You want to practice on me?
I'll go over here.
I'm gonna go over here.
Looks great.
Yeah, I'm going the opposite direction.
Why is everybody leaving?
I
Okay.
need to go.
Yeah.
I need to go spend time with this circlet. We're way over there.
All right.
Saren's standing in the same place.
The circlet has been added to Mel's character sheet.
Do I have an hour to look at it?
You do have an hour to look at it.
Me too.
You also have an hour to look at your thing.
Thank you.
Saren, Mel's very lucky to have you. Because you keep
Why do you say
giving
that?
her, like, accessories and jewelry.
I suppose you're right. But I think that being able to get around, especially maybe during combat, would serve someone better than me, since I can already do it.
Yeah. I mean, whew. Mel with that thing, it'd be like, wow.
She could turn into a cloud, fly around towards a weaker enemy and turn back into Mel.
Does it take like a action, bonus action, like?
The cloud thing would be an action, but you can dismiss it for no action.
Oh, but would she fall?
You're immune to falling damage.
You still fall, you just don't get hurt.
Can she, like, could she like fly over somebody and then switch and then fall on top of them? Use her body as a weapon?
Sure.
That's pretty cool.
I think
Yeah,
over the
there's a
course of the
song.
hour, you'd be able to hear like the cracks of the whip off the side of the barge.
The Marigons that are closest to you just like they turn and like their masked faces are just like watching you.
Yeah, look out.
There's no response. They just turn back to rowing. So, as the hour passes and you're coming up on your second hour on travel, I'm surprised you didn't get the Heffalumps and Woozle song stuck in your head.
I'm always confused. That should be like my theme song.
But you start to see something up ahead. This large arch of a structure.
I lean down to one of the dudes that's rowing.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what's that thing?
Dock.
For what?
Fortress.
Where's the fortress?
And you don't get a response.
Dude, come on.
Oh. Yes, you are moving. Where is it? I know we got this one. Where the fuck? Oh my goodness. There we go. As you see this massive iron structure above, they're heavy clamps and chains and bars, and they seem to be fixed to these docking arms made to lash large vessels between them. And you would see that there is a fortress, one of the flying fortresses that are up in the air. This gigantic basalt citadel. It's almost shaped like a sword's blade. It seems to be moored here at this dock. And it thrums as you hear screaming souls from the river Styx drawn up into it.
Well, that's delightful.
And there is a sort of pause here as you see another horned devil call out and who goes there?
Me.
What's your business here, me?
Just passing by, I think. Are we just passing by?
Yeah, we're totally not there yet.
Yeah, we're just passing by. Hi, are you having a good day?
Not terribly, no.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's work, you know. Gotta, you know, do what we do for Zariel, but there's some things that I wish I could do for myself.
Yeah, like what?
Well, I'm a bit of an engineer, a tinkerer of sorts, an inventor. I've got all sorts of contraptions.
Ooh, hey, can we stop over and say hi to this guy? Hello?
Don't see why not.
Yeah, okay, that's cool. We're coming over so we can chat, is that okay?
Sure. And so the barge can be anchored down, and you guys can make your way up to the top portion of the dock. There are plenty of barbed devils that are present. Their green skin, protrusions, tails flashing. A couple of bone devils here as well, but name's Basilstein. I'm kind of managing
Basilstein?
over everything here, but you're not really here for the dock. You're here to learn about me contraptions, yeah?
Yeah, and you know, like, I don't know what this place is, so.
Well, that's Zariel's fortress, one of them. This is the dock where they come to refuel. And you can see, like, he's covered in, like, engine oil. Like, he is your stereotypical, like, mechanic-looking guy. And as you're talking, you would notice that he's, like, chewing on something, almost like gum. But it smokes, and then as you realize it, he's got coal in his mouth that he's chewing on. And
Is that cool?
yeah, it's coal. I got a whole stash of it.
Does it taste good?
I mean, you get used to it. It's more for the sort of texture and the doing of it. You know, the chewing.
I getcha.
Yeah.
Are you trying to quit something else, or?
Oh, I was on the pipe heavy.
Oh man, that sucks.
Uh,
Okay, good for you.
It's been a shift. It's been a shift, but I think I'm doing good.
So what kind of stuff do you make?
Well, I've got all sorts of things that I like to do. A bit of I've got workarounds on like war machines. I've done a few modifications on that. But I can do weapon replacements, or I could fiddle around with any sort of magical gadgets you got going on. I've got all sorts of things going with that, and I could also like do an armor upgrade if you got something that you want spruced up.
Well, I mean, I'm good with armor or spruced up, but do you guys have anything you wanna, you know, spruced up or upgrades or anything?
You do anything with studded leather?
I mean, I can make the stud studdier. That is not really my forte, of course. I'm much more mechanical, but I'm sure I can make something work.
Well, let me ask you this questions. I have some weapons that I'm not using. Do you want to trade? Trade?
I mean, don't really know much for trading. I just
I mean,
I could if you's wanting some sort of armoring upgrades and also I just ask that you help me out with something. I've got
like what?
a test of some sort, so you know for
Trying to earn the certification, or
yeah, essentially I've got a thing that I want to try, but I ain't got no one to try it with, and I could help you with whatever you guys are wanting. I can do it across the whole group if you've got certain things that you want. Like I don't have to do it on just one armor. I can do it on all of his armor.
Oh, that sounds really cool.
Or
Yeah, what
weapons or anything
kind
really.
of? Well, I got this. I got this mace. And then I got this dagger, and I got this longsword, and I got this short sword. Like, can you do any upgrade to the longsword?
Probably, yeah. If he's okay with me, like if you've got weapons he ain't using and you want an upgrade to the longsword, I might ask to use those other weapons as sort of materials to help
Yeah.
facilitate what you're asking for.
Right. Let's see. Okay. So, what kind of experiment did you want to do?
Well, I've got a bathysphere, and it's meant to dredge up the bottom of the sticks for souls, but I just need you to be inside while I test it.
Magda.
Inside the
Yeah.
thing?
What?
Yeah, see, I know it sounds scary, but like I said, I've been doing this for a while. This is test run 221. I think I've got it fixed.
Okay.
Magda,
Yeah.
do you know what he's asking?
No.
He wants to put you in a ball
Yeah.
I'd like to
and
put
lower you
all
into
of
the
you in
water.
there.
Um,
It's airtight. It's watertight. I've got that part down. It's been down since well before the hundreds on the test run.
So why have
What
the
problems are you
last
still
several
working on?
hundred been failing?
Well, I mean, like, my test runs aren't all for one project. I do a lot of different projects at once, but all test runs are all in the same log. I've got
It's
it
not test
written down.
run 221 of the sphere.
Right, no, not on the sphere. It's just my longest standing project, but I knocked out the important things first.
So you want me to just go inside the sphere and then that's it?
Well, I'd like for all of you, because this is a group effort thing, I need to make sure that the weight properly is distributed. So, I would like for all of you to get into it. But like I said, you don't have to worry about none of the water getting in.
My twin
What
sister.
do we need to worry about? Sorry.
My sister's a bit of a tinkerer, so I know a little bit. I don't actually. But I'll bring it up. I see like the plans that you have for this thing.
Yeah, for sure. And he
Can I
pulls
look
out.
at the specs?
Yeah, he pulls this out, and it's like all just like covered in like oil and like coffee stains, but you can see like the little pencil markings, and it's all written in Infernal, but it's like mostly mathematical equations and like some like whatever he calls something. It doesn't have like any technical terms. Like the hatch is called a thingamajig. But the math is solid.
Is it? Is it really? Is it solid?
Give me an intelligence roll. I mean, it's very reminiscent to what you've seen from Alizaria, so
Can I take a little look-see?
yeah, give me an intelligence roll.
Not much better.
It's, it's definitely math. It's very complex math.
So, Saren would like to go into a bit of a speech with this guy about how spelljammers work and the air envelope, and maybe that might be a better solution that's less risky. Because this sounds bad.
I mean, I know what it sounds like, but listen, alright, there's inside the bathysphere, the diving bell is what I really need, and I just need to test out the suction sections of this. Like I said, everything else about this infrastructure is great. I just need to see how well these tools are done. And look, I'll make it interesting for you. Whoever can suck up the most souls can get a soul coin.
Look at this little thing. He's getting better and better. We get to help him out. We get a soul coin, and we can get the items upgraded. I mean, this mace is nice and stuff like that, but I really like this longsword. And if I can have the longsword instead, it's great. What do you guys think?
You know what I really like? I really like the use of my faculties.
That's great. What is faculties?
Look, I promise you, if anything goes wrong, I'll get you to someone who can fix it right away. But I don't think it's gonna go wrong.
See?
Insight.
Roll an insight check.
Do I believe this guy knows someone who can fix the sticks?
8.
Saren, he seems to be quite forthright.
28.
I'm in.
He's definitely confident that he can find someone who can help, as soon as he'd be able to. You don't know that how soon that would be, but he seems confident in being able to assist.
I got a stud as it is. I don't need my studded leather to be steadier, so I think I'm gonna pass.
How many of us do you need to go in there?
Well, ideally, I'd like, because the maximum is gonna be 4. We got 4 stations, and I want to make sure, the weight distribution is good enough for when it goes down and when it comes up. Like I said, it's airtight, it's watertight. I'm not worried about that. I've tested that, but I want to make sure that the weight isn't an issue with the buoyancy. And then, I want to make sure that all the suction stations work.
So, you've tested it with live subjects.
No.
Then how do you know?
Well, because I've put something like water, okay. I've put it in the sticks before. I put tons of paper in it, and when I pulled it out, the paper was still dry.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, we've got contingencies. I could use
This
steadier armor.
This kind of sounds like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Honestly.
That might be more true than you think. Potentially.
I mean...
He's making some really good points. He's got the data.
My engineering soul is shriveling up and
Hey,
dying.
we're not at work right now.
This is a game we're playing.
I can't turn it off.
Sometimes you just gotta say yes.
Do a yes and, Caitlin. Do a yes
How
and.
about 3 of us go in and you come in with us, and then the 4th person lowers us down.
No.
Can we grab somebody from the barge, our barge?
No, we're
See if
grabbing
there's a
him.
volunteer?
I'm
We're
not.
grabbing
He
him.
should put his money where his mouth is.
I've
It's
been
part of his own
putting-
experiment.
I've been put. No one else knows how to operate this material on this side of it because none of my crew are smart enough to do it.
Okay.
Well, you've got to
What
teach
if
us the
when he-
inside.
What if one of your guys comes with us?
Well, they gotta refuel the thing.
Okay, is there somebody that's not doing anything?
No. You really think that we got enough people here to have surplus? You think Zariel's
Hey.
actually gonna be working people like that?
Listen, I'm sorry I asked. We
Look,
got one of us who just doesn't want to do it.
I
What
mean,
if I talked to one of my guys down here rowing the barge?
that's your prerogative there. I can't risk none of mine because they can only do so
Right.
much.
Okay. Could I call down to the barge?
Sure.
Hey, I need one guy. Just one guy. To
I'm-
come up and help us with the thing.
I'm going to have you roll a persuasion check because you have to. The Maragons are simple-minded, but you're having to convince Krilljack.
Oh, yeah. Okay. It's a 3.
Krilljack calls back. Why? We don't even have to be stopping here.
Yeah, I know, but I need to study your armor. Please?
You can get that at the forge.
Please?
Impo, it'll help us get the thingamajigs.
Look, I'm just supposed to get you to the Sibrix.
You know, maybe the next time we come across Smiler, we can have him come up with. Seems like something he'd be down for.
Yeah, but I figured we could help him do it now. I mean, you want to wait until who knows what we could be back here.
Well, we don't have to force anyone. That doesn't
Yeah.
want-
Yeah, that's right. I mean, sorry, guy. I mean, I really wish we could do it, but there's only 3 of us. Maybe next time.
Well, I've got all sorts of projects. If I can't get you guys to do it, maybe some other poor souls that come down here.
Why poor souls?
You think
Aye, indeed.
rich souls come down to Avernus?
I don't know. Is there like an experiment or item tested that only requires 1 person?
And no, not at this time. Most of the time, if I've got one person that needs to be tasted, I can taste that myself.
Okay, is there any way you can upgrade our stuff without us doing the thingy?
You got any soul coins to trade?
No.
Yes.
Oh, how many soul coins you got?
1.
I could do an armor upgrade with 1.
What do you think, Ash?
That's
Do
the
it.
only one that we have.
We don't have any other
Yeah, but
use
we
for
can
it
always
right now.
get. Yeah. Exactly.
You can use those other charges. Soul coins are more than just fuel.
Yeah, but they're scary. I think
If-
it's worth it.
Okay. If you think it's worth it, then fine.
Alright. Passing over the studded leather armor and the soul coin, after banging away, essentially what you'll end up with, is +1 studded leather. He has indeed made your studded leather studdier.
Okay, that's all I could ask for.
I have a question. What if can you see this mace? It can you like transfer its property to the longsword?
I'm not really like a transfer person. I
Gotcha.
can take your doodads and fiddle with them a bit, and sort of enhance, but I can't really, I'm not like them wizardy types or nothing.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, maybe next time we can do something, some trading and stuff like that. It's nice to meet you.
Yeah,
Good
it
luck
was
with
nice
your
meeting you too, me.
I don't get it.
It was me.
It's not me. It's Magda.
Why'd you say that it was me when I asked who goes there?
Oh, because I was going there.
Yeah, well, your name ain't me. You reply with your name.
Oh, it's Magda.
No, wait. Well, I already told you my name, so.
Yeah, I can't remember.
It's fine,
Um.
it's not like you're doing an experiment, so.
Hey, we tried,
Oh.
dude. Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I mean, like, I'm not really hurt by it, but I mean, our working relationship's done with that on, but. At least at the
Right.
time being.
Yeah. Well, if we find a fourth person, we'll come back and try to do it. Okay.
Sure, if
But
I've
yeah,
if
good
I've
luck.
got it still, I guess like I might get some other people, sticks got figures coming through every so often, so who knows.
Yeah. Okay. No problem. Bye.
So you're able to go down to the barge you were originally on.
That was cool.
Yeah, it's cool. He was nice.
Yeah. And I like it that he gets to make stuff. Mel, your sister makes stuff? She tinkers and things like that too? That's so cool.
She made this, and I point out the holster.
Oh yeah, that's right. That is so cool. How's the whip?
That's nice. Feels good.
Nice. That's cool. Okay. Do you think there's fish down there in the water?
I think that this river is just souls.
Yeah, okay.
Is it even wet? Like, did the paper come up dry because it's not actually water?
There's one way to find out.
I don't want to come into contact with it
Mm-mm.
though. Yeah, sorry guys. I feel like I the reason you didn't get to do anything
No,
fun you
No,
wanted to
absolutely
do,
not.
but
don't be sorry.
No.
It was
I have
a
no-
stupid idea. You're the smart one. We were being dumb.
I would have done it. But no, don't ever apologize for it. Like, don't let anybody force you to do something you don't want to do. That whole peer pressure
didn't.
thing, don't do it. Yeah,
I
exactly.
didn't. So yeah. Didn't want to ruin
Okay.
your fun though.
It's fine.
Yeah, well,
I
it
get
wouldn't have been so
myself
much
into-
fun.
Besides, I get into trouble all the time. So
It
it's not like,
wouldn't It wouldn't have been fun if we, imploded. So
What is
But you
this?
said
The
it was
Titanic?
safe.
that's exactly. You saw the gift that I put in there. This is the little controller that the dude was using.
Oh, that's right. Oh my god. Oh, okay, alright. I've spent too many deep dives on that situation.
So have I. Trust me.
Yeah, so you guys get back down, and, Balacross, does not seem very impressed. Just kind of fluttering there. And,
Sorry.
I'm not stopping you. You've got your free will and everything. So,
You could have said no and just kept going.
unfortunately asked and tasked to, getting you to the shipwrecks. And
Mm-hmm.
if you stop in, I'll stop with you.
Yeah, that's really nice of you. Thanks.
Insight check the imp.
Roll an insight check.
Does he resent our free will? Does he not have free will? It's a 24.
I wouldn't say resentment, but, there does seem to be, a... From what he's saying and how he's saying it, there does seem to be the underlying, the sort of underlying that it is, Balacross, is bound to orders and directives.
Well, we're ready to go if you are.
You're dropping like flies.
Yeah.
Alright, well then, as you continue traveling, I think, because the next part is gonna be a pretty big one, that this is where we're gonna call it for the evening. So
Sounds good.
we got everybody with us for the next little bit. But thank you guys for playing.